Thud, thud, thud. Beep, beep.
What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box, and I got a beef with that racing line assist that people are using. I mean, people in general. I say this after having seen far too many wrecks and incidents on the internet of people just blindly following into wrecks for no reason at all. I want to talk about why I believe that the racing line assist, as it is in basically every game that isn't Gran Turismo, is fundamentally setting you up for failure, why I believe almost no one should be using it, how the developers can actually make this functional versus sabotage, and what you should be doing instead. I want to approach this topic with as little elitism as possible, as I do understand who this feature is made for, and beginners do deserve all the help that they can get. My goal with this video is not to belittle you or make fun of you, but rather to hopefully provide you some encouragement and make you realize that you too can do this. I say this all not out of elitism, but out of genuinely wanting to help. I want to approach this by talking about some of the reasoning I've heard over the years as to why players use the racing line assist in the various racing games out there, be it Gran Turismo, Forza, iRacing, the F1 series, basically anything and everything where it's an option. And the most common reasoning I've seen over the years more or less devolves into a party mix of reasons such as not knowing the track, having limited time to play, which is the previous reason just mixed up a little bit, helping to maintain control of the car, as well as, in my opinion, the strangest one of them all, is it helps in close quarter racing, which is, I don't know, we'll get to that. Also, a bonus reason, a really galaxy brain one, in my opinion, is that it doesn't matter anyways, so I don't look at it, but I still don't have it turned off, which I don't know. It's Galaxy Brain. In my opinion, all of these reasons are absolutely bunk to the point where I've only heard one good, valid reason as to why people are running with the racing line on, which is actually a very terrifying reason when I think about it, and that is due to legal blindness and using it as an assist option. And yeah, it's mildly terrifying to think about the fact that you're driving and racing as people who are potentially legally blind, although I do know in the case that I'm thinking of, that driver is actually better than like 75% of the community, at least guaranteed, without even like second guess. So, as to why those are bad reasons, first off, learning a track is a skill just like any other skill, and just like any other skill, if you don't work on it, you won't improve it. Second off, the racing line assist almost never actually shows you the best line through the corner, even though it kind of masquerades as such. Lastly, racing in close quarters isn't scary once you've learned the track decently enough to orient yourself in space anyways, because when you can't see, you can't see. And none of those compared to the absolute biggest issue I have with the racing line assist, which I'll talk about later on in this video. Allow me to interject here. This video is not the way I've ever done a video before, and we're in uncharted territory here. As many of you guys know, I have a face. I also have hands, which is mildly terrifying. But yeah, I kind of view this as a reboot of the Sim Racing 101 series that started years and years and years and years ago. So let me know what you guys think about this format. Provide me some feedback. Hopefully everything goes well and I actually look like I kind of sort of know what I'm doing, even though I don't have a clue what in the world I'm doing. But yeah. Also, do all that good YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Feed that algorithm! The big issue I have with the racing line is we are humans, and we are wired as humans. And it totally forgets that we are humans and therefore we operate as humans. I know, groundbreaking stuff. But one of the most basic building blocks discussed in beginner driving lessons, either on the street or on the track, is to keep your eyes up and look where you want the car to go. Your eyes precede what your hands and feet are doing in determining the direction that you want to go. Sim racing is no different, even though it seems really weird to be telling people, look around on the screen and do all this stuff, because it does seem kind of weird, but just trust me, you're supposed to look around. Just how powerful are your eyes? They're 100% the reason why when someone runs wide or spins in front of you, your odds of doing the exact same thing like a clown increase by about like 5 billion%. Your eyes are the sympathy spin. Beyond that, our brains are instinctually wired through thousands and thousands of years to notice things like movement and color change. Even if you are taking the galaxy brain excuse of, well, it's there, but I ignore it, but I don't want to turn it off. Like, you're still fighting against your basic physiology. This is why, in my opinion, at its core, the racing line assist is actually a sabotage moment for beginners. Not only are you not developing skill and learning the track properly, you're presenting a racing line that is borderline disinfo, and you're forgetting how to orient yourself in close quarters combat, as well as you're hobbling your number one tool for getting around the track, which is your eyes. As for what you should be doing, in my opinion, the answer is to use your eyes and your brain in a way that actually makes sense for you as a human. Shocker, I know. In the real world, almost every driver will take a track walk before the race, find new bumps and things that have changed from years to years and all that stuff. Doesn't really work that way in the virtual world. However, it is well worth doing the next closest thing that we possibly can do, which is to drive as slow as possible, more or less, and enjoy the scenery. It's actually deceptively hard to drive really slow in a racing sim. Like, you will be going 45 miles an hour, which seems like a very casual pedestrian speed, but in a racing sim, it feels like, why am I driving so slow? That's how slow you should be driving. The goal is to zone in on the details. Your first laps were never going to be fast anyway, so therefore there's no reason to worry about speed. Take it all in, enjoy the scenery, stop and smell the roses. Take note of the rumble strips, the brake marker boards, the track surface changes, the marks on the road, trees, signs, signage, grandstands, corner worker stations. Again, drive slow, take it in. We're in no rush here. You really want to build that mental model of the track in your head first and foremost, because that is the key building block that all of the rest of things are built upon. As for what the developers should be doing instead, in my opinion, there's only one studio that seems to understand it, and that's Polyphony, of course. The Gran Turismo series, Gran Turismo 7, adding in the little yellow corner markers is far, far more logical, in my opinion, than the painted on racing line that is shoved into every single racing game, because it actually mimics the way you should be driving, and that is looking where you're going rather than looking 10 feet in front of you like your eyes are glued to a magical line on the road that changes colors and stuff like that. One is setting you up for success, the other is sabotage. Straight up sabotage. Listen, all y'all, this is sabotage. Anyways, that's just my opinion, and that's that. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. All right, bye.